Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys where you can collect apples to compete in the free Fortnite competition where you've got to eat apples to win prizes. Now the way it's going to work, for those that don't already know, there's a total of 1,200 people that can win prizes, as you can see from this screenshot here. This is split across a bunch of regions and it's actually split into two separate things, with the first one being a single match, so the person who eats the most apples in one match, or the person who eats the most apples in one session. Now this is split between a good few amount of people in each session, obviously across each region, and you can switch between regions, and it's absolutely awesome. So let's get into this and show you guys exactly where apples are. And first, we're starting off at the orchard. So this is really key because this location here contains the majority of apples on the map. Obviously, this is clearly the #1 spot for everybody to go for apples. So it's going to be a very big hot drop. There's going to be 50 plus people landing here every single game in the competition, because there's going to be about 60 apples in this section that spawn in. And obviously I'd recommend gathering the apples rather than actually consuming them straight away, unless you've got enough HP to consume them. If you've got full HP, then you don't want to consume them. So come in here, pick up the apples, gather the apples, and use them apples later on in the game. Take some fall damage somewhere and then go and consume them. It's a great little tip. If you guys aren't already subscribed though, 60 to 80% of you guys aren't subscribed. It does vary, but thank you everyone who is new around here. Consider smashing that subscribe. Much love and respect. These tips in today's video are really going to help you out. My little tip: to drop the house and the barn. That's where you're going to get a bunch of loot, and obviously you can rotate into here to eat as many apples and consume them as possible. It's going to be interesting to see how this place is going to turn out, but let me show you guys some other spots where you can go to for this. So let me go over to them. Okay, so the next spot we've got is up by Pleasant Park, and it's just north of Pleasant Park by the Durburger van, and you'll see this tree right here, and there'll be a bunch of apples on the floor. This is a good spot to land because this isn't the only spot up here. There are also two other spots in this section, and that's actually just further up north again. So you can see here, I'm just showing exactly where this is. It's just on the tree right here, just a little bit north of Pleasant. Make sure you pop in here. I think this is probably the spot I'm going to go, and I'll show you guys a rotation route that I've got at the end of this video. So if I move towards this white house up here, this is actually where the next apple spawn is, where you can see my blue marker. It's just a little bit more north up. I'll show you guys on the map in a second, but as I begin to head up here a little bit slow, and I'll show you guys where we have it. So obviously we have the apple spawn in between these three trees right here. There's not as many apples as there was previously, but it's a great spot to come by. Obviously you're going to be able to get an absolute ton of apples in this section. So again, this is a really good rotational spot, and probably one which not many people will be going to. Okay, so you've now got them two trees, and the third tree I've got for you guys is just over here on that left side of the map. So again, it's still in this kind of triangle type system above Pleasant Park, and I'll take you guys over to where it is, where I'm throwing my apples, where you can see my marker. It's over there, and I think this is a really good spot because I think generally not many people across like in Fortnite will be coming around here. I don't think many people land here anyway. It's kind of like an empty spot on the map, more of like a rotational spot maybe, or maybe where the storm ends randomly, and you can see here they are, them set of apples. We'll come back to this spot later on in the video though, because I've actually got a rotation for you guys which you can use to actually complete this and do a really good job on it, and we'll come back to that as we get through. Okay, so let's move a little bit more forward and show you guys another good spot for apples, maybe if the other spots are full, like the apple farm or the apple market, if it's all full. Okay, so you know where the shadow base is outside of obviously the authority? On this hill right here where you can see where I am on the map, this is actually going to be a good spot for apples. A bunch of apples can spawn right here, and you can also use this as a rotational spot to another apple spawn, which I'll show you guys in a second. So again, a bunch of little apples around here. I've said apples so many times in this video, someone can count it if you want in the comments. But yeah, on the tree right here, another apples up there as well. So do check the trees as well. Sometimes they do spawn like on the trees slightly, and you might just miss one, and it could cost you an L or a W. Anyway, rotate out a little bit further. Now, it's quite a big run, to be honest, and to be honest, I don't think I'd do it in Battle Royale. It's kind of a long way to go, but if you've got a helicopter, maybe a car, I don't think cars are in the competitive, so there won't be any cars, it'll only be helicopters and boats. But if you've got a helicopter or a boat, you will be able to rotate over to this section a lot quicker. But obviously I'm just going to quickly do the respawn just to get there quicker and show you guys the gameplay of it. But where I'm diving in now, it's actually on this kind of like curved section of the river opposite the kind of petrol station there. This is actually a notable spot as well because it's kind of a big apple spawn, not as much as the market. Do consider that market section on the map has the most apples in the entire game, and I'm pretty sure everyone will be landing in there almost every game. It's going to be like Tilted Towers, the tournament there, so you're going to be able to get a lot of eliminations and stuff, and if you want to win the hat, that's probably the best spot to go because you're going to get an absolute ton of points on eliminations if you're a really talented player. But yeah, you can see obviously right here we do have a bunch of apple spawns, a great spot to little come to. If you're flying by with a helicopter, I think this will be probably part of my rotational path, which I'll show you guys in a second, my rotational path, as I show you a few other little spawns. Okay, moving on from this one, I wanted to show you guys the next one, which is actually outside of Holly Hedges, and it's just across the way from there by the little pond here, the flopper pond, and you'll know there's a few apples around here, probably not many. Again, this would be good in a rotation if you had a helicopter, but probably not really worth landing at. There's only like probably like 5 or 6 apples, and that's if even they spawn. Like, again, apples are on a random spawn rate, so you might even get like 1 or 2 here, so it could be a bad spot to land. However, no one might come here, so it could actually be a good spot, so maybe consider it, guys, if you're passing by. Alright, moving a little bit through further towards Catty Corner. Don't forget to go and support me in the item shop with code PostboxPat. Season 4 is only just around the corner, so don't forget to pop the code into the shop. Thank you everyone doing that. Again, I'll be giving some shouts in a future video as well, so let me know on my Discord and Twitter if you're supporting me. I'll put you guys in some of the content tomorrow. Okay, what else do we have? Catty Corner. Pretty cool spot. You can get a lot of the noms boxes here. Again, the Fortilla is an awesome spot for nom boxes, but there isn't any apples around there that you can rotate to from trees, really. So I wouldn't really go the Fortilla, and it's quite spaced out. But Catty Corner has a lot of nom boxes quite compressed together. However, you do have a random chance of getting apples, so it's not guaranteed. I would personally probably avoid this spot unless you're rotating through, but other than that, it's actually quite a decent spot if you get lucky. Again, it's down to luck because the nom boxes can't guarantee you apples every single time, but it's cool. It's a cool spot to check out, especially if the storm's ending here. You just never know. Someone might have not looted all the non-boxes, and that one apple could get you the win on the tournament. So definitely consider it, guys. Do remember, though, that cars do not work in the competitive mode. I don't know if they'll be on for this mode, and I also have a little feeling that Fortnite might increase the apple rate across the entire map, but I have a feeling they might not as well to make it more competitive and make it more fun. So it's all about having fun, this sort of stuff, so I'm guessing that's probably why they might not do it. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. And the last little spot over at Catty Corner is obviously over at Big Shots over here. There's a few little crates in this little building here as well, actually a total of 5. So this is quite a good spot to land as well. If you're maybe got a helicopter and you're coming in, just land your helicopter next to this building, quickly open up all these crates and see if there is anything in them. You just never know. Like when you're looting these sort of places, you could get anything in here, and maybe you might get 6 apples or maybe even more. Who knows? Okay, moving on to the next little thing I've got for you guys. This is actually my rotational plan for the event. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go into the yacht and grabbing up a bunch of the crates here, the nom crates. I don't know if this is all of them, but these are the ones I've found so far. And if you know any more, let me know in the comments. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab that nom crate there, then I'm going to run through the basement, hopefully get a chili and a few apples. There's another nom crate right here. I'm going to grab this nom crate as well, and then I'm going to grab this nom crate here as well. Once I've got these two, then I'm actually going to move further through the boat, loot up these chests like I'm showing now. Obviously, I won't loot them in this video because I'm just showing you guys the nom route. Unfortunately, I haven't had any apples from them yet, but hopefully in the actual game I do get them, and that's my plan. So I'm going to loot that area up, check around here as well, see if there's any normal loot like chests and that, and obviously run through this section and head up floors a little bit to grab some more nom chests which are up here, and then obviously once I've done that, all the nom crates slash chests would have all been open and I'll be ready to go. There's a few in this room here as well, so there you have it. I've got all them noms. Unfortunately didn't get any apples, but what you can do is rotate to the helicopter. Now this is what's key. This helicopter rotation is going to help you potentially win the tournament with the apple collecting, because you're going to be able to rotate up either to the Pleasant Park location, over to obviously the market section where all of the apples spawn, or anywhere else on the map you want to rotate to. This is actually quite a good tactic because here you can scout around in the sky with your helicopter, see if anyone's landed here and have started looting the apples, and maybe even eliminate them and steal their apples, or potentially go somewhere else if you need to. But yeah, you can see you got like one spot there, you can pop out, get them apples, then you can move a little bit around to the right as well, pop out here and get the apples if you need to as well. Another good spot for it, just up here with these 3 trees here, you can see the apple spawns are right here like I showed before at the start of the video at this spot. And then if we go up again a little bit further, we have another apple spawn just outside here, obviously by the Durburger van, best way of remembering it in my opinion. And there you have it, you'd get a bunch of apples doing that. It'd be a really good rotation, and you have the helicopter to go somewhere else if you need to. So that's my full guide for you guys. If it did help, smash a like. Also, if someone does win using this guide, let me know on Twitter if you guys win anything. It'd be really interesting to see if I've actually helped someone win. Personally, I don't think I've got the skills in-game with my Battle Royale skills to actually compete against more pro players, but I do think I've got the rotation and the tactics here. So maybe if you've got the skills and you're a really good player and you apply these tactics to your game, maybe you could win. and I have a feeling you probably would be able to, unless Fortnite just increased the apple spawn everywhere across the map, which I've got a feeling they might do, but it's not 100% confirmed if that's going to happen or not. I'll let you guys know in the pinned comments if it is a big change, but I don't think it will be. I think they'll probably keep it the same to make it kind of like more exciting and with everyone landing at one spot. But that's going to be it for today's video. Smash a like, comment down below your opinions, and obviously you could loot up this area where I'm at right now and just sit in the storm eating all the apples, and that's another tactic as well, but the chances of surviving here is going to be really low. I'm guessing about 50 players will land in here, and somewhere else will just, everywhere on the map will just be empty other than this spot. It's going to be like tilted. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. Smash a like, smash a subscribe, comment down below, and once again, this is Postbox Pat signing out.